Hello everyone, we are back at it with some review lessons. So review lesson 6 is on just combining like terms. So we did almost a whole chapter on combining like terms. We used the distributive property and other things. So I'm going to go over a couple of different examples, starting easy and then getting harder. So starting with example 1, we have 4a plus 5 minus 5a minus 3. So from here, what I always had you do was I had you split up your expression, not equation, into boxes, starting with the last term. Each term needs a sign in front. So the 3 needs the negative in front, then you draw the line. 5a needs a negative, and so on. So from here, you pick terms that are considered like. So what makes terms like is the variable. So 4a and negative 5a are like terms because they have the same variable, and then 5 and negative 3 are both like as well because they both don't have a variable. So what you do from there is you combine the terms that are like. So we're going to combine 4a plus negative 5a. That gives us negative 1a. Then we're going to combine 5 and negative 3. That gives us 2. So because the 2 is positive, we would write plus 2. So our answer here is negative 1a plus 2. Example 2 involves a distributive property because I see that expression or the pair of parentheses there right away. So you're going to distribute first, always. So distribute means to multiply. So 3 times 7g gives us 21g plus 3 times m gives us 3m. Bring down everything else, negative 15g, and then the 9m plus in front. So now I'm going to split up my terms. Actually, green is fine. From here, kind of box them off, and then decide what is like. So 9m is like with 3m because they both have m. And then 21g and negative 15g are like because they both have g. So remember, when the word combine means to add. So you're adding your like terms always. So add 9 and 3m. 9 plus 3m is 12m. Add 21g and negative 15g, you get 6g. Because that 6g is positive, we put a plus sign here. So 12m plus 6g. All right, let's get even harder. Well, example 3 is very similar to example 2. The only thing that's different is what's in front of the 5. So you are not just distributing 5, you're distributing negative 5. So negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. Negative 5, consider this to be a negative 2x, is positive, so plus 10x. Bring down everything else, plus 17, 4x. Now split up your terms, box them off, and combine like terms. So 4x and 10x, and negative 15 and 17. All right, from there, let's add 4x and 10x, 14x, and negative 15 plus 17 gives us 2. But because 2 is positive, we put a plus sign in between. So 14x plus 2. All right, last one involves fractions. Done the same way. Distribute first. So as long as you have a calculator. 1/4 times 2 is 2k, is 2/4, otherwise known as 1/2 k, minus 1/4 times 8 gives us 2. Bring everything else down, plus 3 and 3/4 minus 1 and 4/5 k. All right, split up your terms. Find the terms that are like. Let's see, this one and this one because they both have k, and then these two in the middle because they both don't have anything. All right, so we're going to add 1/2 plus negative 1 4/5. 1/2 k plus negative 1 4/5 k gives us negative 1 3/10 k. And then negative 2 plus 3 3/4 gives us plus a positive 1 3/4. And that is our final answer. What you have to do next is the independent practice. As far as showing work, not much work to show, maybe the distributive property a little bit. But yeah, if you have any questions, you know where to find me.